Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to the Cosmic Comic Book Broadcast, your friendly neighborhood comic book broadcaster, back with another video. And this is going to be the third of the videos that I'm producing, talking about some old comics that I found in my storeroom from the other day. Don't worry, you won't be looking at a blank screen for too long because we're going to get started right away. I recently dug out a whole bunch of comics, as I mentioned, from my storeroom, and I thought I want to share some of them with you. Some of them I bought when I was still in school, and some I picked up after that, slowly, issue by issue, bunch by bunch, I guess. But before we go any further, just want to thank you for watching, and also I hope you enjoyed my video on the Avengers from last week, my little Avengers collection, and I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment, a like, and also if you want to, please subscribe to the Comic Book Broadcaster. That's my channel right here on YouTube. Let's start things off with this one. I'm sure you've seen this one, right? This is West Coast Avengers #1. This is not the limited series. This is the unlimited series, if you will. A 34-page action epic, issue #1, featuring a cover by Alan Milgram together with his usual partner at the time, creative partner, of course, that's Joe Sinnott. And the reason why I bought this when it came out was because of this right here, the Silver Centurion armor. At the time, the Silver Centurion armor was just launched in Iron Man's own title, but I couldn't get the issue. I got this one instead because it came out first, and I was so happy. I actually tried to hide this comic from my friends because I wanted to read it first. This is West Coast Avengers issue #1. How about that? Condition-wise, this is not too bad. The only complaint I have is I didn't notice this, but now I do. Look at this. Someone wrote something over here. 150 over something, 50, I guess. I don't know who did that, but I hate it when people do that. It just spoils the comic for me. But I'm going to keep this one because, yeah, it is a significant issue. I mean, West Coast Avengers #1. Here's something I bought. After I left school, I started working and I had a bit more cash, and I guess I wanted to try something different. This is a Dark Horse Comics Star Wars, when they were still publishing Star Wars. This is Tales of the Jedi, Dark Lords of the Sith. I guess it was a really okay, I'm saying it's an okay miniseries from my past, I guess. Yeah, I only got issue #1, and I then bought issue #2. But I love the cover to this. I love the cover, the artwork here. And this is written by Rick Veitch. Rick Veitch made his name writing the, what was it? The Swamp Thing series for DC Comics. This is issue #2, Star Wars, Tales of the Jedi, Dark Lords of the Sith. Both comics are in pretty good condition, so I'm going to keep them around. Now, here's something that I found in my collection which was a little strange. I really don't remember how I came into possession of this comic book. This is #1, issue #1 of Dawn. Now, Dawn is a creation of a writer-artist by the name of Joseph Michael Linsner. He wrote and he illustrated this series, and well, it's a very interesting character, Dawn. Yeah, I'm not sure how I got in possession of this. I don't know who either gave it to me or sold it to me. I cannot remember. All I know is it's in my collection, and now that I found it again, it's in pretty good shape, and I'm gonna keep it. One of my prized possessions is an issue of Captain America. I have a few of these hanging around rather. This one is issue #272 of Captain America, and it is by Mike Zeck and John Beatty. I think this is the artwork. Yes, this is the artwork by Mike Zeck and John Beatty. Mean Streets. Yeah, I think I bought this at a second-hand store somewhere when someone actually got rid of all their collection, and I stumbled across this one, so I bought it. Condition-wise, not too great. It's a little beat up, but again, it's a great classic by Mike Zeck. I know one thing. If ever I have the chance to meet Mike Zeck, I'm going to get him to sign this one. It's a great cover. Beautiful artwork by Mike Zeck on Captain America. What else do I have? Well, someone actually gave me, I think they gave me a few issues of Power Girl. Power Girl was published by DC Comics a few years ago, many years ago, in fact. So they gave me the 4-part miniseries of Power Girl. Now, this is by, well, the cover is by Kerry Gamble and Dick Giordano. And I thought, wow, the artwork is beautiful, really, really beautiful. I love how Kerry Gamble drew Power Girl in this one. Unfortunately, and I mean this very honestly when I say this, the interior art does not match up to the covers. Rick Hoberg and Arn Starr did a good job on the interior art, but I still prefer the covers by Kerry Gamble and Dick Giordano. That's number 1. Moving on to issue number 2 here. Okay, yeah, number 3, there you go, and finally, number 4, right here. Well, this is the 4-issue miniseries of Power Girl, and yeah, I think I got it somehow. A friend or someone gave it to me, and I still have it today, so I'm gonna try and keep this one in as good a shape as possible, even though it's been in my storeroom and somehow it survived that little ordeal. But yeah, good. I'm surprised it is still okay in its condition. Now, let's move on to another collection of comics that I've kept for quite a while. Actually, I'm a big fan of The Amazing Spider-Man, and I was really happy when I came across this. First of all, I want to say condition-wise, it's not really great because if you notice here, there's a cut here, and yeah, it's got some nicks all over the place. In fact, if you look here, yeah. But hey, this is from a time when John Romita Jr. and Roger Stern were involved in The Amazing Spider-Man. This was the time of the Hobgoblin, all the mystery about the Hobgoblin. And you're wondering, who is this guy? Well, those were the days when the comics were really great artwork and really great story combined. It's an amalgamation of great story and great artwork. I love Amazing Spider-Man. And I also bought this one from, I guess, the newspaper vendors at the time. Amazing Spider-Man 256. What made this special for me was the first appearance of a character called Puma. And this was the time when, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Tom DeFalco was the writer. And that's correct. Ron Frenz, Joe Rubinstein, they were part of the creative team. And this was the time when Spider-Man was still using his black and white costume. Beautiful, isn't it? I think this is one of the best covers I've ever seen. Really, really nice storyline. And that continued with a few more issues. In fact, I have, yes, I do have, in fact, issue 257. Wow, look at that. A full look at the Puma. And of course, it's a great cover by Ron Frenz and Joe Rubinstein. Moving on, here's another one. Amazing Spider-Man 261. More about yes, Hobgoblin, this time featuring a cover by Charles Vess, and the mystery of the Hobgoblin continues as we find out more about Hobgoblin. I must say, this was the time when Ron Frenz and Joe Rubinstein really impressed me in terms of their artwork. Yeah, and of course the stories were great at the time. Beautiful, beautiful issue. Condition-wise, again, not too good, but I'm still going to keep it. I don't know what happened here. I'm going to bring this closer. I don't know what happened here. Some kind of stain. And I've been unsuccessful in trying to get rid of it. Also, there's some damage to this part. Yeah. This is this issue of Amazing Spider-Man 271 featuring a man called Manslaughter. Now, this is also an issue that was written by Tom DeFalco and the art team of Ron Frenz and Joe Rubinstein. Now, this is a really interesting issue because it tells us the story of Crusher Hogan. Yeah, whatever happened to Crusher Hogan? So it's all revealed in this issue. It's a good read, I must say. It's a good read to find out about this guy that Peter Parker, Spider-Man, wrestled when he was starting out as Spider-Man. Now, I just realized when I was getting ready to do this video and everything that this would be my 9th video, and that my 10th video will be coming up. I was wondering whether I should do something special, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. For my 10th video, I'm going to do I guess a reboot of my very first video. You see, about a year, 6 months ago, I started this channel on YouTube, and all I wanted to do at the time was to share the comics that I have in my collection with you. And my first video happened to be of an unboxing, because I just received comics at the time, and I decided, hey, how difficult could it be to do an unboxing video? I found out how difficult it was, and well, it's been a year and 6 months. I've been trying my best to provide videos for you to watch and to share my collection. It hasn't been easy, a lot of difficulty, because I am definitely not someone who's well versed in all this. All I want to do is to share my videos and my comics with you. So for my next video, I'm going to try my very best to bring you a reboot, a revamp of my very first video on my video channel. So I hope you'll make some time to watch that video when it comes out. I'll let you know really soon. In the meantime, I just want to say thank you for spending your time with me. Again, leave me a comment, leave me a like, or, as I always say, better yet, why not just subscribe to my channel, okay? Be a part of the Cosmic Comic Book Broadcast. I am your comic book broadcaster. I want to thank you once again for watching. I'll see you again next time, and that time will be the 10th video of the Cosmic Comic Book Broadcast. Until then, comic fans, you take care, okay?